there's some hope that even in anti-gun states, we will soon see another check on the power of the disarmament movement. The Supreme Court of the United States, as we mentioned yesterday, has agreed to hear a case in the spring term. So we don't know when the oral arguments are going to be, but we do know that they're going to be coming up here in the next few months. And this is a case that really could have some far-reaching implications. I've seen headlines saying, well, it's a minor New York gun law. It is, but as we talked about with Tom King, the executive director of the New York State Rifle and Pistol Association yesterday, this case does something very important. The Supreme Court so far has really heard two cases. They've issued one guidance since the Heller decision, right? So the Heller decision was about guns in the home. Do you have the right to have a handgun in your home for self-defense, or can Washington, D.C. ban them? No, they can't ban them. You've got the right to have that firearm in your home for self-defense. McDonald versus the city of Chicago. All right, this isn't a federal district now we're talking about. It's not a federal law. This is a city and a state law that says, no, you cannot have, well, it's a city law. You can't have a gun in your home. Can the city of Chicago do that? And the answer from the Supreme Court was no. No layer of government can infringe on your constitutionally protected rights to keep and bear arms. But both of those cases dealt with keeping arms. Then in 2016, the court issued guidance in a case called Catano that dealt with the possession of stun guns. It's not really applicable. It was neither here nor there whether the stun gun was owned in or outside of the home because the state of Massachusetts had banned possession of them entirely. This is the first case that the Supreme Court has agreed to hear where we're now leaving the house with our firearms. And that is a big step towards the court addressing what we all know is the plain meaning of the right to bear arms, but what the disarmament advocates around the country are desperately hoping to avoid a court decision that really addresses the heart of our Second Amendment protections.